Hello, and welcome to Sharpe's podcast, or what is soon going to be Sharpe's podcast. My name is Kieran, and I just wanted to let you all know what the plan is and what you can expect to the upcoming podcast on the Sharpe series of books. I know already we've had a few people saying that they're very excited about the prospect, so I wanted to let you know what's in store. The plan is to produce a monthly podcast walking through the series of books from Sharpe's Tiger all the way through. And for people that are new to Sharpe books, they can start from the start and read along with us and listen to the podcast as they go. For you old hands who might want to reread the series again, it gives you the opportunity to do that, or you can dip in and out as you choose. Each episode will look at both the story, the narrative, the characters, Bernard's writing in each particular novel, taking into the development of Sharpe himself, because the character changes quite a lot from book to book, but also looking at the historical context of each novel, looking at the military and political situation at the time the book is set, delving into, some of the weaponry, looking at the particular battles and the strategy and the tactics that were employed, and really trying to give as much of an overview as possible. So the idea is that there'll be monthly episodes, one for each book. And then in between times, you might do a few short special episodes, perhaps some interviews with interesting people who either know their history or involved in some way with perhaps the TV series. And I should say the podcast will be focusing on the books. Now, I'm a big fan of the TV series as well. I'm sure many of you are. And I'm sure, like all the rest of you, when I picture Sharpe, I'm thinking of Sean Bean with the beautiful blonde mullet, and Dara O'Malley and all those guys. So yes, of course we'll be referencing and talking about the TV show, but the focus is very much on the original novels themselves. So that's the plan. I'm hoping to have the first episode out before Christmas, but as you can imagine, there's quite a bit of research is going to go into each episode, and plus I'm getting my head around all the software shenanigans that are required. So that's the plan. What I would really like you to do is to go to sharpespodcast.com, and there's a subscribe button there, where you can sign up to get information about the progress and when the episodes are coming out and that sort of thing. Also, if you can look for Sharpe's Podcast on Instagram, on Twitter, it'll be up on Facebook shortly. I'm trying to get a bit of discussion going, find out a little bit from the fans what you would like to see from the podcast, or hear from the podcast, I should say. Couple of wee questions in there, like, I'm starting at Sharpe's Tiger. Is that a good idea? Would you prefer if I started at Sharpe's Eagle? Let me know. Get a bit of a conversation going, because I am not the world's leading expert on the writings of Bernard Cornwell, nor or am I a military historian as such. This is very much about a learning curve for me. For me, learning more about the books, learning more about the history behind them, and engaging with people. And it's a book starting a conversation between all us Sharpe fans and newcomers to the series to just enrich the experience of enjoying the books. So please jump on any of the comments on any of the social media, or leave comments on the website, sharpespodcast.com. And let's get a bit of a conversation going. I hope you're excited about the podcast coming out. I'm excited stroke terrified about producing it, but fingers crossed it all goes well. And I really appreciate your support, your thoughts, we'll keep marching on, and thanks very much. Bye.